In this video, we're going to be talking about the Doosan Bobcat D18 and D24 fuel injector. So this is the fuel injector, and here are the connections for the injector. You can see there's a fuel return barb here, and then a connector, an electrical connector to activate the solenoid on the side of the injector. And this is the fuel inlet for the injector. The injector will come with a new O-ring and a combustion chamber sealing washer. This is a new Delphi injector, and there are trim codes on top of this injector. As you can see if I can get my hands on them. These two lines here, that's the trim code that is recommended for emissions purposes. When you replace these injectors, it's a good idea to install that trim code. The EPA requires that. And this is the box that it comes in. One of the noteworthy things that we've seen with this injector is that fuel contamination is a big issue on these machines, and the reason for that is twofold. The first is some of the debris and water get past the original filter and end up in the fuel system, which is not good for the fuel injectors specifically, or any other part of the fuel system really. And about here inside of the injector, there's this, I've got it right here, there's a little control valve, and this valve, as it is now, this little metal piece is free and is not worn. But if the tolerances are so tight that when something goes through the injector, it causes the tolerances to loosen up, or this will actually get stuck and won't move. And then it causes high return at the return barb, which prevents the machine from creating rail pressure. So Bobcat has since come out with a filter that has a smaller micron rating to help protect the fuel system. But if you do have something in your fuel and it's caused the injectors to fail, make sure that you do your due diligence and don't just replace an injector or a set of injectors, because if it's in the rail or somewhere else in the system, it'll end up failing these injectors within a matter of minutes. It'll re-enter this control valve and it fails pretty quickly. And when you're looking for fuel injectors for your Bobcat, there appears to be a lot of options online, and some of them are genuine Delphi, and we've seen quite a few knockoff opportunities where the injector is has been copied and reproduced and isn't the genuine injector. And so just think about that as you're shopping, and then also think about if for instance, if the injector does fail again, make sure that you're working with a shop like us or somebody else that has the ability to test the injector, and if needed, to prevent having to repurchase a replacement set of injectors. We're often able to ultrasonic clean this injector and replace the components that have failed and get you going for much less than the cost of a new replacement injector. So if you have any questions about this injector, we do have a troubleshooting page. Just make sure that you're very careful when you're replacing these, that you address the root cause of the problem, because these injectors will fail very quickly again within a matter of minutes. And the complaints we hear, they'll start the machine up and it'll either misfire really bad, it'll be smoking and carrying on really bad. In some cases, the machine won't even start. The debris ends up in the injector and it bleeds rail pressure out the return. And so they put a set of injectors in and it fails right away. So just be very careful when replacing these and making sure that anything in your fuel tank or your lines or even in the pump or the rail, if it's anywhere else in the system, it'll end up back in here and you're right back where you started.